Good morning, class. Today is Thursday, May the 14th, and this is for math, our review lesson for topic 14, our last review lesson. We have one more assignment in math, and that is your test on 14. So I'm going to get you ready for it by reviewing these answers. Now, you could have done it already and just check to see if you have the right answer, or you can do it with me. Of course, the first page is 839. It looks like this. You can do the front page later, which is adding and subtracting two-digit numbers and finding which of those clues fit each of those problems. So that's good practice. But I'm going to start with the vocabulary review on this page. I have torn out the pages so I can show it to you easier, but you can leave it in your book if you'd like. The word list is, read it with me, bar graph, data, line plot, picture graph, and symbol. Number one, we're going to label each one to show the word from the word list that applies to that. So, number one, what kind of graph is that? Did you say bar graph, Peyton? Yes, it is a bar graph. I'm not going to write it down because the word is here. Over here it says bar graph, and you can copy that and write it. And if you don't have your paper, you can pause this video and write it down. Number two is what kind of graph is that? That's right, Alexia, picture graph. And here's the word over here, picture graph. All right. And number three, what is that? A line bar, right? Line plot. It's hard to read upside down. It's a line plot. So write that on that line because it has a line and it has dots on there. Next, number four, look at the graph in item 2 and use words to tell how to find which ball game is the most popular. Well, let me write something down on the how are we going to say it? Well, what's the name of it? Favorite ball games. And if you look at that, we can use words to use the words in the word list. All right. Which popular, let's say, use the picture graph because that's one of the words to find the sport, or you could say game, with the most symbols. And the little person, so soccer, is the most popular. Okay, I'm going to put this up here and you can copy it. Just pause the video so that you can copy that so that we can go on to the next page. All right. I want to go through it quickly so that you can have more time. Now, on the next page, this page right here, 841, it says line plots show and organize data. Use an inch ruler and measure the length of the toy car. Now, did you get your ruler? You'll need your ruler. And if you don't have your ruler, I have a little paper ruler that I'm going to use to check. Now, did you measure it? Okay, Brindley, how long is the toy car? And we're talking about the inches now. We're not using, now here's my measurement. Inches are here and centimeters are here. So let's measure it. And you can check mine with mine. We start at the 0 and it goes up to what? 3? Yes. So we will put 3 right there, and you put a dot there to show that it's on the line plot is 3. Now, use an inch ruler, measure the length of the pencil. So in case you don't have a ruler, I'm going to use my paper ruler and show you what it says. What number is that? 4. That's right, Corey. Put your 4 there. And then put dots over each of the numbers. You have 2 6s. So we're going to put 2 dots over the 6. And we said that was 4. And the eraser is 3. So your line plot, as you plot them down there, it should look like this. Okay? And if you need to, you can pause the video and go back and look at this. I told you line graphs and bar graphs, they're so easy, but it's good to have practice on that. Now, on page 842, it has an example of a table and a bar graph, right? And it shows my favorite nuts. And then peanut, almond, and cashew. How many students voted? We have to add all of them up to find out how many students voted. It was 7 plus 4 plus 5, right? 7 plus 4 plus 5 is 16. Now let's do this one. Use the table to complete the bar graph. And they already have the words down there, so you can just trace over. Favorite yogurt, lemon is 3, vanilla is 7, and banana is 6. So you're going to trace that and color it in. Trace this, color in your bar graph. Lemon would go up to 3. Vanilla goes up to 7, which is all the way to the end. And you can use a marker, color, anything like that. Banana goes up to 6, right? So, of course, yours is going to be darker because it's hard to write with a pencil like this. Let's read the questions now. How many more students voted for vanilla than banana? So vanilla says what? 7. And banana says 6. Is that adding or subtracting? That's right, Aiden. It is subtracting. So 7 minus 6 equals, I'm not going to tell you. You know the answer. How many fewer students voted for lemon than vanilla? Well, you have vanilla, which is the most, because you have to put the biggest number first when you're subtracting. I saw some people's problems that had the biggest number next. No matter. Biggest number goes first and then subtract. And the lemon is 3. So 7 minus 3 equals what? Okay, I know you can figure that out. Let's go to the next page, which is 843. We're almost halfway done. Use the picture graph. They show pictures or symbols to show data. The tally chart shows votes for favorite sea animals. And I hope that you can read tally marks. These are the little lines. When you go 1, 2, 3, 4, then you cross it when it gets to 5. Whale, you got 5 and 1 is 6. Dolphin, 1, 2. Seal, 1, 2, 3, 4. and they use that information to make a little picture graph. And you'll show, see, when we do the picture graphs, all of the pictures are the same. One little person equals one vote. All right, which sea animal has the fewest votes? When they said dolphin, and you write the answer. Let's look at the other one. Number 6, favorite birds. Use the tally marks to fill in this. Okay, you have to draw a little bird for the each of those. Well, there's a lot, right? Blue jay is 5. Robin is 5 plus 3 is 8. And seagull is 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay, and they have a little picture down here. I'm just going to do the blue jay, which is, and mine is going to be, let's see what it look like. I'm sure you can do better than this, but I understand some people don't draw, and I want to make it, I'll put a little beak on it. And we have how many for the blue jay? 5. Okay, so this is the example right here. Blue jay, 5, and you do the rest. Robin, make 8 of the little pictures, and seagull, make 10. And it doesn't have to look exactly like that. Just make a little, if you want to just do it like this, make a little beak, a circle with a beak and 2 legs sticking out. How about that? Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay too. Do your best. How many votes did seagull get? Well, I told you, look up at and it said 10, right? Okay. Which bird had the fewest votes? Write the name of the bird that has the fewest votes, which is blue jay, right? Has 5, is less. Let's go on to the next page. And the last page that you have to do today is page 844. Use the picture graph to solve each problem. Each student voted once. Now, I'm going to read thinking habits because sometimes you skip over that, but this is good information for you. What do the symbols mean? When you're looking at a graph, try to figure that out. How are the numbers in the problem related? How can I write a word problem using the information that is given? Remember, we did that yesterday. How do the numbers in my problem relate to each other? Which is more, which is less? How can I use a word problem to show what an equation means? And I'm so glad that you learned how to do that. Let's look at favorite winter sport. We have skiing and snowboarding, skating. I had to look down because it's hard to read upside down. And ice fishing. I'll fold it back so I can be on the side and see. So skiing has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And snowboarding has how many? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, Amaria. And skating has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right, Jalen. Good. And ice fishing is 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good, Ariana. All right. How many fewer students chose ice fishing than snowboarding? So when it says how many fewer, then you're going to go up there and subtract. So you find ice fishing is 4. Snowboarding is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can write the numbers on the side if it helps you. Write and solve your own problem about data. Now, so we did, for this one, we had 10 minus 4 equals, and that's for number 9. Figure that out. That's how you figure out that. And for number 10, you write and solve your own problem. You could say, and it's going to be an addition or subtraction problem, not a just look at the graph and see which one is most and which one is least. We're going to do an addition or subtraction. Well, the other one is subtraction, so why don't we do an addition problem? How many what? Let's add two of them together. How many are there in all? How many voted for skiing and what? Skating. How many voted for skiing and skating? You can pick two other ones. That could be your problem right there. You could say how many voted for skating and ice fishing. Or you can say how you want to do how many fewer, or which one is, you can add three of them all together if you want. Now, with this one, skiing was 7. And which one do we say? Skating. Skating was, right, 8. That's your equation. And you know the answer. So I'm not going to put the answer, but I'm just worrying about making sure you know how to put your equations together. All right. So those were problems like you'll have on your test tomorrow. It's an example of each kind of test. Practice writing your problems, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good job.